You know, I had to come running to do this one. Chili's has dropped a new queso. Supposedly there's some other things in the menu, but they replaced that skillet beef queso that everybody loves with a new Southwest queso. I actually was one of those people that didn't like that queso, so I'm hoping that this one is better. I've heard nothing but good things about it, but y'all know I'll let me some Chili's, so let's go inside and see what it's hitting on. Here's the new Chili's rundown. They have a new queso. They have a new order of nachos. There's a new margarita that I didn't know about, so I got that as well, even though it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon on a Wednesday, but that ain't gonna stop me today. Because I hear, I say might as well throw a 3 for me on the grill. So that's the whole lineup. Also, just a disclaimer beforehand, not necessarily the music today, but the lighting is a little and that's, I can't really control that. Also, I have like a cold. So if you hear my voice sound a little hoarse, that's why. I know people get weird every time that I say that I have a cold, or, last time I had the tooth thing and it made my voice weird, but I promise you, I'm fine. I don't need health advice. I'm good. This is what happens to people sometimes. So what I did was I got the 3 for me, but I did an upgrade to the dip trio. A lot of suggestions for that last time, but it's even better this time because I got the Southwestern queso in the dip trio, also with their salsa and guac. So it's an additional $6 in order to do that. But I didn't really care for the skillet beef queso. Everybody loved it. I didn't. So I hope this is better. Anything is an upgrade over that. I didn't care for it. I just burnt my tongue. It's hot. I feel like this would be better. Okay, let me start from scratch. I know people think from my reaction, I don't like it. As a standalone, I don't care for it. I think this would be better if you dip your fries or your burger in it. So I'm going to keep that to dip it in, but it tastes like a deep, rich queso. It reminds me of the skillet beef queso, but the difference is there's a little bit more of a chili profile in it, and it's a little bit more limey. To me, it's very similar minus the beef. I have to say this. I've been seeing a lot of people that are pissed off that the queso's gone. I saw an article that said Chili's, it only represented 1% of their sales. Because they tested it in a bunch of markets and apparently people weren't really rocking with it. Do I think this is an upgrade over that queso? Like beef one? Yes. The other one had too much going on and it was way too salty. This is a little more milder and a little more limier. Do I like it that much? Being perfectly honest, no, not really. I don't really think it's that great. Is it something I would order again? No. But I do think it is an improvement. And from what other people have said, they do too. It is an improvement. But the other one, again, I didn't like it at all. And this one I think is decent. If I was getting this like in a dip trio or something, but I'm going to hold off a little bit because their guac is pretty good. Wow. I think I remember that. But it is. Like, that's not bad. But I want to hold off on this because I did get a burger and fries, and I think it's going to be even better than that. So, I'm not going to give you a rating yet, but overall, slight improvement. Still not great just as a standalone, but I think they should do a burger when they put that on there. Almost like Red Robin has that lava burger. That would hit. So these are their chicken bacon ranch nachos, and I ain't gonna lie, this is more up my alley, and I can't wait to dig into these. I do have some notes. The waitress, obviously you see me with my camera, so they know that I'm doing something in here, and I always try to give like a heads up. She asked me what I thought about the nachos or the queso, and I told her the same thing I told y'all, but she said they changed the recipe in the guac. The first thing I said, you really changed this because it's different. They don't use tomatoes anymore in this, which I think is a nice touch, but it seems creamier. I said something about that because their guac is pretty good. Wow. Anyway, let's try these nachos out, bro. Yeah. This I rock with. This is different. This is now we're cooking. Skillet queso. Order these for the table. One person, your arteries clocked. Table, it has Obviously ranch, chicken, crispy bacon on here. The bacon's actually crispy. They look like real bacon bits as well, not those funny ones. Get the guac. I like these. I was scared it was going to be overpoweringly bacon or ranch or something, but it's a ranch drizzle. They still use cheese and pico and all the other ingredients, so it does taste more like a fusion and not just like they do chicken and bacon and ranch on some nachos, which I like. And it goes much better, like I thought, with this queso, which I like. Now, I'm there. That queso is going to hit on a burger, 100%. A lot of places like to take my ideas. It's a running joke, so don't get weird. But if anybody from Chili's is watching, I want to check for it. I'm not kidding. I'm kind of kidding. Give me some gift cards. Take that skillet or the Southwest queso and let's make a burger with it. Let's cook. These nachos, I would get a thing of these any day. Add these to a triple dippy or a 3 for me, even better. But I'm gonna give these an 8. These are good. And I just have to say this again for the people. Their guac is a good chain guac. It's better than On the Borders, which is behind me. Chili's and On the Border are like next to each other. It's better than theirs, which is weird because that's a Mexican restaurant. And yes, we did a video there. And no, I didn't think it was great. But that same Southwest queso is on the nachos too. Rockin'. Thank you. Thank you very much. So this is one of their new Patron frozen margaritas. I said we had to try it because, you know, we will do drinks if they're new or a new restaurant. But this is a flamingo freeze. It has prickly pear juice and then Tito's in it. Margaritas I like if I'm on like vacation or something like that. So, oh, that's strong. Damn, who's a bartender? It's crazy. This thing's got an extra kick in it because there's also Tito's along with the Patron and the margarita. So it's like kicked up, and then there's a little bit of that pear in the background. If you're a person who likes stuff like this, I'm not really a sweet drink person. Just some people don't really like strong drinks. That one's strong. But I like the addition of the pear more than anything in this. Yeah, I'll do lime and salt. I usually don't. I just go straight up. But I'm not really a big drinker. One of these, and you be giggling at the table. And again, remember, I am by far an adult. So if you're going to do it, please drink responsibly. 7. For me, that's high. Again, I'm not really a sweet drink person. But it's just pretty strong. Okay, so like I said, I did the 3 for me, which means I had to get my big QP burger again. I noticed something with their 3 for me that I just want to point out. Their other burgers used to be $10.99, and all of them have moved up in price besides the big QP burger and the smash burger. So even the old timer, which is like just a regular ass cheeseburger, it's now like $12.99. Like, I just think it's stupid. Like, stop trying to mess with people. I just don't understand that. But I still love you, Chili's. I just don't understand, like, it's the same burger, bro. Like, what's the point? Anyway, the big QP burger with the fries. I really wanted to try this with the Southwest queso, so I'm gonna try one of these fries because I thought it would go in the queso. So let's try that out. I feel like we're missing the boat by just making that queso a standalone item. Because, thank you. Yeah, always give me one I'm chewing, bro. Every single time. Thank you. I'm gonna cut this because I want to dip it in the queso. So we're gonna get a cross section of the big QP, and that's cool with me. Yes, I rhymed that on purpose. Okay. So in the queso, bang. It belongs on stuff. Alone? Yeah. In stuff? Yeah. Yeah. We're here, right? I said this, I think yesterday we went to Applebee's. Also, you might not have seen the Applebee's video yet because my videos are all over the place right now. I released them not chronologically. So, you might not have seen it, but I went to Applebee's yesterday. I don't know which video I'm putting out first. So, just know there's an Applebee's video either coming or here. And I talked about how this place has a video of a burger called the Jack's Santa Fe burger, which has guac on it. But since I have guac, and a lot of it, the dip trio might be the play because you can really just go in. You know what I'm saying? With that. The only mistake I made was there's still ketchup and mustard on that, which kind of doesn't help. But I don't mind it, as weird as it sounds. So, I would have gotten the old timer, but I'm being cheap and I didn't want to pay the extra $2 for a burger with less things on it. Makes no sense. These fries is hot as hell too. Fresh fries. In the guac. They should do those Southwest nachos or chicken bacon. Do them with the fries too. Let's make all this happen, Chili's. Come on. I can help y'all. My back is just as big as everybody else's. I think you should be able to add that on the side of anything, and it'll be even better. I more prefer it on the fries, the burger, and the nachos and everything else than a standalone item. Because alone, I don't think it has what it takes to carry something. But it really does enhance the flavor of a lot of things. So, if you're a Chili's person, let me know if you tried it yet. I know a lot of people are upset. I already explained this about replacing the skillet beef, but I can understand it from their standpoint if it's really not making money. Supposedly they tested it when they do those test kitchens or the test audiences, a lot of times, that's what will decide whether or not it comes on the menu. For example, KFC's potato wedges, they tested them in, I believe, Jacksonville, and it went nuts, so they rolled it out nationwide, and that's what they tend to do. There was a gentleman in my video yesterday who said that Shake Shack has a prime rib sandwich, not a burger. Now, they do, but that is being tested in Dallas only. If that does well in Dallas, we'll see it all over the country, and that's what they tend to do. So they tested this. People preferred it, and they went with it. That's kind of how it works. So, just a heads up. I was just eavesdropping. I don't know if y'all can hear the background conversation that's happening. There's a table on the other side of this wall, about like 4 or 5 people, and they're talking to the waitress. I'm eavesdropping, right? It's a good little story. They're talking about the queso. The waitress doesn't like the fact that they got rid of the queso. I'm not trying to talk like her. She can hear me. And there's 2 people at the table that was like, where's the queso? What happened to the skillet beef queso? They're mad they changed it. So there you go. I understand this isn't going to go over well for most people, but unfortunately, and just like the direction of the content on this channel and everything else, most times when you're dealing with something, majority is going to win. You can't please everybody. And it sucks because I know there were some people that genuinely loved that skillet beef queso. I was not amongst it. So my heart goes out to you because I know how that feels for people to get rid of things on the menu that like only you like. If you don't believe me, anybody who's been here long enough, it's time for story time. When I first started my channel, about a year in, my chain restaurant / fast food videos started to do well. So I had a series, I usually do series, where we did a thing called the Chicken Sandwich Wars. Some of y'all, if you've been around long enough, know where this is going. Long story short, I took all the fast food chicken sandwiches, we tried them in a video, we ranked them, we had showdowns, we had rematches, it was like a bracket. The sandwich that won doesn't exist anymore. Okay? It's a sandwich at Burger King. It was called the Chicken. What it was very similar to Popeye's chicken sandwich. It was a handmade breaded chicken sandwich with this spicy sauce on it. And to me, it was even better than Popeye's. I loved it. Apparently, it was too hard to make for the employees. and it didn't sell enough to make sense to have it on the menu. And they got rid of it. And I've been mad at Burger King ever since. I don't like the new chicken sandwich. It sucks. I get it. I'm just telling. I've been there. The majority of people didn't like it, so I had to suffer. It's not a good feeling, man. So my heart goes out to y'all, seriously, because Chicken I'm still mad about. I missed the damn Chicken. It's a great sandwich, and it was my favorite. So I get it. And finally, playoff baseball. If your team is one of the last 8 left, congrats. My team is one of the last 8 left. I thought they were going home last night. They pulled a 6-run inning out of their behinds. People who don't know, I live in New Jersey. I'm a Yankees fan. You're either like the Yankees or the Mets around here for the most part. So, yesterday, they're down 2-0 to the Blue Jays in a series. Blue Jays come out and score 6 runs in the first couple of innings, and everybody thinks they're cooked. Somehow they pulled the win out, so now it's 2-1, and we live again to play another day. I'm not one of those people that gets like super upset when their teams like lose or win. I just kind of go on about my business. But it's always nice to watch your team play in playoffs, and I want them to win, of course. So I at least got one more day of October baseball, which is always fun. Playoff baseball is great. Regular season baseball is ass. But I love watching playoff baseball. Every pitch, you know what I mean? So, been pretty cool. I'm going to get my check, and we're going to talk about what everything costs, and we'll get up out of here. Okay, I don't know how much you're going to be able to see of this, but I love to show you everything broken down. So, you have the Flamingo Freeze Margarita was $12. The 3 for me was $10.99. We all know that. But the Dip Trio upgrade was an additional $6. And then the Big QP is a part of that 3 for me, everything else. They do add guac to that chicken bacon ranch nacho. If you add guac, it's an additional $2. I would just get the Dip Trio or something like that to kind of balance that out. But the chicken bacon ranch nachos is $15.79. Chili's is kind of known for like getting you in the door for that 3 for me, and then some of the other stuff you want is going to cost you more. So, in my opinion, if I wanted to do this again, what I would do is I would get the 3 for me, add the Dip Trio, which will bring you up to about $17. You can do the Southwest Queso in that. Chicken bacon ranch nachos are good if you're doing something with the table. Then I would do that, but obviously not for like an alone person. But 3 for me is still the best deal than anything else. So, overall, pretty much what I expected. Chili's is still elite, and yeah. I appreciate y'all for watching, and we'll be back tomorrow. More content and a hand science. They made it to YouTube.